Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to address some very direct words that Miss Katie Joy had sent my way. It comes directly from the horse's mouth, as we will see exhibited in this clip. I would first like to take a moment. Two things. Number one, my channel just hit 50,000 subscribers. I'm going to have a dedicated video to talk about what that feels like and what that's been like to come to the point that my channel has 50,000 people that have chosen to stick it out and be here, whether you've been here for an hour or 4 years, it does not matter. That is really deep and extremely personal for me, so I will have a dedicated video, but I did want to acknowledge it right here, right now, as soon as possible. The second thing I want to say is a huge thank you to Renelle over on YouTube. She made a video discussing this and sharing her opinions, which I will have linked in my description box for y'all. But in the beginning of this video, I would like to just say thank you to her and thank you for enlightening me on what was happening, because I was not in this live. I do not hang out in live streams of Katie Joy as often as I can avoid it, but she has the clip and I appreciate her and her opinions that she shared in her video. But either way, we're going to go over it, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I want to put a little disclaimer in the beginning of this video. I realize that I do not, on any kind of a consistent basis, respond to people that, don't like me, they don't like my videos, they leave a, comment voicing that. I usually will not take time that often to respond to those people. But what Katie said in this clip, I don't think that it's fair to allow somebody to say such hateful things about you and you remain silent. Katie has, for whatever reason, a big platform. And if somebody is going to be so vile and so hateful and they're going to say the things that she said, at this point in time, the way that I'm feeling right now, I feel like responding to this. I usually don't like bringing this kind of, nonsense onto my channel because it just is usually not worth your time or my time. But I feel like this is a little different. So either way, let's watch the clip and then I'll give you guys my thoughts throughout. Before we get into the clip, for anyone who is newer, I would like to give a really brief backstory as to how I know Katie and how she knows me. I started covering her 4 years ago. As I said in this video that actually upset her and got her to this point where she had these very clear words for me, I acknowledged early on in my channel, I was dipping my toe into commentary and sharing my opinions about things that people might care about or they might not care about. They might agree with them, they might not agree with them. It was all good. I was just shifting my content, and I found a community that liked commentary. They were interested in commentary, tea, drama, anti-family vlogger stuff, and that kind of morphed my channel into what I thought people were more interested in. Early on, I covered her. I did many videos about her because it seemed like there was just never drying well of her being toxic, problematic, spreading misinformation, exploiting, being nasty to her own subscribers. It was just a laundry list of things that I covered. I slowed my coverage way down, and in the last couple of years, at least, if not the last few years, I really slowed down my coverage on her, and I will cover her if something that I find wild and crazy comes across my radar, someone sends it to me, I come across it, in like a random TikTok or something. then I will cover it. But she is not somebody who I cover on a consistent basis. Even if she was, what she says in this clip is hateful, unwarranted, and extremely immature. So now that my rant and my intro is over, let's watch the clip.
You know, and I want to say something. There's a creator named Radiantbritt, and she really fucking pisses me off. She's a fucking bitch. And I'm putting out all of this information, right? And I'm risking a lot by doing this. I put my neck on the line. I'm sharing factual information. This isn't because I have a vendetta or I have some sort of grudge.
Right. Well, I mean,
The criminal activity that they're doing. And
right.
Let's pump the brakes right there. I have never once come out and been upset with Katie Joy sharing something that is factual, something that is well known, it's backed up by receipt. It is what it is. Like, you have your own channel, I have mine. You're reporting on things that you can come across and they're true. I think that's wonderful. I think as commentary creators, no matter what kind of genre of commentary you're doing, I think that we should all be able to grow. However, I also think that it's important to hold each other accountable, and that is my free will to do so. I have never come on my channel and said, I don't like this person, they're a effing bitch. Just because they don't like me, now I'm hurling curse words at them and cussing them out because I don't like what they had to say about me. Way to show what a fragile, fragile little ego you have, Katie. It's been known for years, and this just confirms it. You still don't understand the business of, if you are making content, that content is up for discussion, reaction, commentary, love, hate, people feeling neutral. You are a content creator. Nobody is obligated to like you. But I would hope that if you come across a piece of content about you that you disagree with, you would at least be able to either talk about it in a little bit of a mature fashion, or if it really doesn't matter, then, let it roll off your back. But every single time, and this has been consistent for 4 years with her, she allows that fragile little ego to just crumble into a billion pieces because somebody called her out for misinformation, disinformation, lying, being toxic, doxing, bullying, any of the above.
Britt is making videos saying Katie Joy is big mad at Gypsy. Britt acts like I'm like Gypsy. She treats me like I'm some sort of menace.
Like you're the menace, and you're this.
You are a menace in my eyes because of who you have shown yourself to be consistently for 4 years. And menaces come in many shapes and sizes. Some menaces are just kind of annoying, but you can kind of shrug them off. Some menaces unalive their mother and then are turned into, B-list celebrities. Some menaces run commentary channels where they are known to lie and be distasteful and be dishonest, and then have a hissy fit when somebody like me comes along and says, I don't really like this, and this is how I feel about it, so we're going to have a conversation about it. There have been numerous people come across my content and they say, you know what, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, and that is okay. I'm a content creator. Nobody owes me their likes, their subscription, attention, a click, nothing. You are not obligated to do anything for me. And if after this many years, Katie Joy still does not recognize that she is not entitled to anything on this platform, then I think the ship has sailed.
Artist.
Like, fuck you, Radiant. Stop fucking talking about me. It's been 5 years. Move the fuck on. I am not the problem. I'm not big mad because I'm sharing what I know.
Big mad. Who thought that two little words could send somebody into a frenzy when they're not even bad or hurtful words? Saying someone is big mad, okay, I'm big mad. As far as her citing that it's been 5 years, you would think that I am some kind of like unhinged Looney Tune person who's just making daily videos about Katie Joy. I've already outlined the timeline of how I know her, when I covered her most, and what has happened over the last couple of years. I'm not going to say it 100 times in this video, but you're putting this out because you know that your foolish subscribers will eat it up. And no, I'm not saying all of her subscribers are foolish, but there are some foolish ones that will listen to that and think, oh my God, 5 years, this, crazy woman must be just like nonstop talking about Katie Joy. I'll be honest, my Katie Joy videos really don't do very well over the last couple of years because people see the shtick, they get the deal with her, they're tired, they're over it, it's boring. So if and when I do cover her, it's because it's something that's important to me, or it's something that's important to one of my subscribers and it was sent to me.
I'm not big mad and I'm not trying to start drama because people come to me with information and share it with me. And you know why they share it with me? Because they know they can trust me because I've experienced it too.
But you are the problem if you're lying. You are the problem if you are intentionally spreading disinformation and clickbait BS just so that you can get views. You were shunned from the Blanchard family. You took it personal, and now you want to be anti-gypsy, anti the Blanchards, blah, blah, blah. But you see, like when people talk about snakes and snake-like behavior on social media, they're talking about things like this, where you are in the pocket of somebody, they shun you, and then you're automatically wanting to be the loudest voice in the room, and you want to outspeak and talk over everybody else that has been over here having a really logical conversation. You want to come in and stampede over all of them. And your voice is coming from a place of pure bitterness and disdain because they kicked you to the curb.
Put this information out about what they're doing because I'm trying to protect other content creators, Bree, Radiant Brittany, or whatever your name is. You should be fucking thanking me, Radiantbritt, because you could be next. You put your neck on the line and upload content, and Gypsy has...
I will never thank Katie Joy for anything in my entire life. I do not owe her thanks. I do not owe to tell her what time it is. I don't owe to tell her that the fucking sky is blue. I don't owe her anything. I don't owe a look in her direction. I'm making this video because it confirmed for me how hateful she can be. For a little old me to set her off onto this wild tangent. And as far as, oh, Gypsy hasn't noticed you yet, and I'm putting information out and blah, blah, blah. You're putting information out, and what I did in my original video was I went to the Louisiana law and I outlined what the law said. And then I said, I don't really know if this makes a whole lot of sense. Here's what the law says. This is my opinion. It seems like there is some misinformation being spread here. And again, you're putting out public content. If you wanted something that nobody could react to, then why don't you make like a private chat group where your followers will just eat up whatever you're serving? You and people like you get mad when you are fact-checked. And if you're called out for purposefully lying. And with a platform comes responsibility. And I've talked about this as well for over 4 years. When you have a platform and it's built on people that are trusting you to either, make sure that you're using words like, this could be true, this could be false, this is a conspiracy. Instead, you're coming out as if you have all of the answers and you have information that nobody else has, but that information can still be fact-checked. And you don't like that.
hasn't noticed you yet, but she will. And then you'll be a target. And then all of your information will show up in a file. And you know what, Radiantbritt? Even if you, with all the bullshit you say about me, I would still tell you if I found information on you that they're trying to do to you, because that's how I am. Because nobody should be like intimidated, threatened, doxxed, harassed, or silenced, or extorted.
Right.
Stop talking. And
For Katie Joy to act as if she is some kind of, Robin Hood of the commentary community on social media is one of the wildest things that I've heard in a while, and that says a lot. You're trying to tell me that if Katie Joy came across something negative about me, she would come to me and tell me about it? That is untrue, because she later in this stream, which I will drop in as a clip because I don't want to eat up all of your all's night, she said that they put out information on Nina, and she's blasting it here on live. And to my knowledge, she didn't go to Nina and say that. Katie Joy will do what suits Katie Joy. And that has been her pattern for almost 5 years that I have known of her. It is a pattern of doing anything for clicks, doing anything for likes, getting mad at people that don't like you or fact check you. And at a certain point, you might be lucky enough to be cussed out by her. I'm the winner for today. Try again tomorrow.
It's just using my name so people will click on it to see like I'm doing something wrong. What wrong have I done here?
You were spreading misinformation regarding CPS, DCFS, and Louisiana stepping in and being overly involved with Gypsy when she's having a child. I already went over that in my first video. I said, to me, this doesn't make sense, and this is my opinion based on the law that I'm looking at in front of me. That is what you did wrong.
And why no, and most content creators aren't even talking about this.
By the way, as far as her saying that I'm using her name for clicks, like I said earlier, her videos do not do very well on my channel because people have had enough. Like, she showed you who she is, you believe it or you don't believe it, and you move on. I'm not here to cover Katie Joy on a consistent basis because people... Like, I'm here to deliver what people are interested in, and there for a while they were interested in Katie, and then that fizzled out, and it is what it is. I got bored of it. I got bored of talking about her because she is unteachable. She is unteachable, and she literally does the same thing over and over again. Give her a little time, she'll do it again.
Right.
Because they want to talk about the bullshit that doesn't matter. They want to talk about an old screenshot between Christy and Fancy that happened in 2019 and say, oh my God, Gypsy's trying to kill Ken.
Now, as a reminder, Renelle has it here in her video as well, but the literal screenshot that Katie was, circulating on her Instagram, another TikTok creator covered it. Why didn't that TikTok creator get the wrath of Katie? Is it because she knows of me? And the funny thing with Katie is, like, she always wants to act like she doesn't know who I am. You know exactly who I am. If you think that I've been stuck on you for 5 years, you know exactly who I am. And you know what my name is. Katie Joy, I don't think that you will do anything good for any creator. I don't think that, you will put your neck out or try to give another creator a heads up on anything. I think that you are toxic, problematic, and just as cruel as you have been since I discovered you. And I quickly realized what kind of energy you were giving off, and I saw my way out. I decided to make a video about it, and the rest is history. So I appreciate Renelle, and I commend her for calling out Katie's hypocrisies and standing up for what is right. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like my videos. You don't have to like my content. You don't have to like my stupid face. But what I will say is I never go out of my way to falsely report things as a way to get clicks and views. Even when I get something factually wrong, I will come to my channel and say, this was wrong. And no, I'm not talking about you don't like my opinion on something. I've been sent some things and, you know, I could have made a video and gotten a good deal of views. But I knew that the information was not correct, so I chose to sit it out, delete the information, move on with something else. And I'm not here to say that I'm a perfect person, but I will always be able to stand on my integrity because it has brought me here and it has been with me for my whole life, but especially my 5 years on YouTube. I don't think that, you know, I don't think that I would be able to stand here with the confidence that I am standing here with if I knew that I was, you know, actually being dirty and, you know, spreading lies and all of this kind of stuff. I am not a hypocrite. I have integrity and I have a lot of confidence in the content that I put out. And not everybody will agree with it, and that is okay.
Folders in the server, okay? They have a folder on Morbid, Fancy, Starlight, Stanky Danky Slides, Nina, and then they added the real Brie after they kicked out Brie. Morbid, his is the most in-depth. It has hundreds of screenshots, and it's mainly from his Discord. It's like stuff he says in Discord, stuff about the people he doesn't like in Discord, stuff they talk about in Discord. The Fancy one is mostly empty. The Starlight one contains her mugshot and her charges and her full name. The Nina one, it doesn't really have much in it.
She said Nina doesn't have much in it. But why did she laugh when she was saying that Nina doesn't have much in it? Go back and listen to her laugh to herself. Well, anyway, about an hour after she said this, and when she was gaslighting her audience on how Radiantbritt is this terrible person speaking on her when she is saving content creators, she decided to go off on Nina.
Nina continuously putting out false information, which then dilutes and confuses and diverts. And for those of you that say Nina doesn't get stories wrong, she's gotten 3 stories wrong in the last few weeks. Nina, Ken, and Gypsy have not broken up. Ken is not being poisoned by Gypsy. That screenshot happened in 2019, and Habitat for Humanity did not happen. No application was formed, nothing. I don't like Nina. I don't like content creators that don't put out truth. I don't like people that just are doing it for views. My videos don't get that many views. My TikToks don't get that many views. I don't, when it comes to Gypsy, my sister wives videos are slamming. That's really where I'm at. Here's the thing. Nina's gotten 3 stories wrong in the last 3 weeks. Nina's not caring that there's an entire folder, and I have a screenshot of a Discord of her full ass name being shared in a Discord with her address, her phone number, email addresses, all of it. Yeah. There's a full docs in my screenshots from Brie's Discord.
So now she is saying that Nina is not caring that there's a whole folder, and she has a screenshot of a Discord with her whole ass name being shared in a Discord with her address, phone number, and email addresses, all of it. She proceeds to laugh and say there's a full docs. So Katie Joy, riddle me this. If you did not become unhinged and go off at Britt, and as you first claimed that there is nothing in Nina's folder, to an hour later saying that she is not caring, that tells me that maybe you had intentions of holding on to Nina's information and using it for nefarious reasons. Because in the beginning, you say that there's nothing there, but then when you become unhinged, you say that there's a whole docs of hers. You guys can let me know what you think about that. Now let's take a listen at how offended she feels when she tells Morbid about what she found in this Discord.
And I told Morbid, and Morbid's like, oh, whatever, I don't care. You know what, Morbid, if you would have found this, you would have cared.
Morbid can absolutely speak for himself, and I'm not speaking for Morbid. But this is just my 2 cents. From watching Morbid, it seems as though he is good with whatever was in that Discord, and it doesn't bother him. But sounds like Katie Joy is pissed that he rejected her, and now she has just been petty by saying if he found it first, he would care. Really, Katie Joy?
I hope that Katie Joy can woo-saw and maybe meditate a little bit, because this was completely uncalled for and embarrassing, if I'm being honest. But either way, I don't see myself talking about her again unless something wild and crazy comes around. I will not participate in a tit for tat or back and forth. I have denounced that in the past. I'm not here to battle with content creators that don't like me or find me annoying. That is not my cup of tea. But for this one instance, this is how I feel. But check out Renelle's video down below if you're interested. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.